Now let's zoom forward to the 13th chapter. Because in chapter 13, we see the problem for our generation. As we open the page to a completely different scenario. Elijah is long gone, and now Elisha is getting ready to move off the scene. Here's the problem. Elisha is dying. And there's nobody there to get his mantle. And the problem with this generation before us is that they wanted to be the only one. So they didn't groom successors. They were so glad to be the first one that they didn't know that they were anointed to be the first so that they could open the door so that some more could follow behind them. Y'all stop bragging about, I'm the only black on my job. Y'all ain't gonna help me preach in here today. I'm the onlyest Negro in this neighborhood. There's something wrong with that kind of thinking. So when your blessing comes, don't brag to me about what you got, because what I want to know is who you helped. Because if you didn't help anybody else to come through the door, then you've cursed your own blessing. Would you look at somebody and would you tell somebody there's no success without a successor? Go and look at somebody else and tell them there's no success without a successor. You ought to clap your hands on that one. Whatever it is that you're doing well, you need to start training somebody else to take over your job. Don't be threatened by those that come behind you. Give them all the information that they need so they won't have to deal with the foolishness you had to deal with when you came into the position. So when you look into the Old Testament, Sister Kears, the anointing is translated to mean Messiah. But Sister April, in the New Testament, it translates to mean Christ. Now watch what happens in chapter 13. Because there is no successor, they now have to trust the anointing of somebody who's already dead. You see, I've got a problem that every time the black community goes through something, we've got to pull up Martin Luther King and Malcolm X and how they would have responded. And while I revere those giants in the struggle, I want to know, where is the current generation of leaders? Martin has been dead for over 40 years, and there ought to be some new dreamers that are here now. Martin worked for a desegregated society. He worked so that we could check in to the Waldorf and the Marriott and the Sheraton. But we need some modern day dreamers that'll say, you know what? I'm not looking just to check into the hotel. I'm looking to own the hotel. I wish I had somebody in here. I'm not just looking to work for the Fortune 500 company, but I'm looking to run and to own the Fortune 500 company. And if the only thing we've got is a 40-year-old dream, then we've got a dead bone dream. And when we look at the text, they did not prepare anybody to take the mantle for the new generation. So watch what they did when somebody died.